Languages self-define social relationships and project social identity. In Khmer society, we used to have a case system. Even though the system is no longer here, a lot of things still in our language, gesture, and attitude reflect that system. So, for instance, in Khmer language, we have social registers, which just means that for different types of speech, like common speech, polite speech, speaking to or about royals, speaking to or about monks, there are alternative verbs, names of body parts, and pronouns that we use. And taboo just means it doesn't have to be mean that something that's prohibited. It can just be associated with social norms, the appropriate or inappropriate usage of those social norms. And like I mentioned before, there is hierarchical relationships such as the person's socioeconomical status or seniority reflected in Khmer language through both nonverbal and verbal communication. The example for verbal communication that I will give is in Khmer, there are 9 ways to say eat, and some of them are inflexible, so fixed, so you can't. For instance, chan is only used for monks, number 8, and then sao, number 9, is only used for royal family members. And the taboo comes in is, for instance, this happened. A TV host used the wrong vocabulary when interviewing with a princess on television, and he got criticized online. And also in Khmer television, whenever we welcome viewers, we list the pronouns. So we start off with common folks and then we end with His Excellency or Madam. And a more serious taboo with that is using number 7C. That one is eat only used for animals, but if you use it for human, you can use it to insult them. And the nonverbal example that I gave for gesture is sumpeh. And sumpeh is when we put two palms together, and it's the Khmer way of greeting. There's different levels of sumpeh. I spoke to my cousin. It's a lot more flexible nowadays, especially with younger generation. We just say hello over the phone, or we just skip the greeting. But using the incorrect level of sumpeh, so if you sumpeh at chest level to someone, maybe like your professor, it is a taboo. More so in Cambodia rather than like maybe in Cambodia with Khmer American professors or Khmer professors here. Because I mentioned Cambodia had a case system, part of our case system is the Brahmin class, the highest class, which are made of priors and academics. And that's still reflected today because according to my Khmer professors, it's a lot harder for students to meet with professors in Cambodia because not only are they professors, but they're also ayatnom, or known as His Excellency. And versus in America, it's a lot more flexible. And I typically like ask my American scholars that I meet if they prefer Sumpea, and then I would observe if they use different pronouns, and then I would use the social register when speaking with them. For closing thoughts, I thought it was interesting that in Khmer, the speaker is always conscious of the social status of the person they're speaking to. And depending on which social register I speak in, my attitude changes. So if I use a more honorific variation, the Khmer social register, then I would be more conscious of my body language and try to be more polite. Understanding taboo is significant because you can better understand the culture of the language and better interact successfully with native speakers. And I observed that in Cambodian diaspora, so just in America, it's a lot more flexible, especially with the younger generation. So my tip is to just always ask if you're unsure about things like taboo and just be flexible. Thank you.